I'm 81 years old. My best friend died 3 years ago, and I never got to say I'm sorry. His name was Robert. We met when we were 7, grew up on the same street, did everything together. First day of school, first job, first heartbreak. He was there for all of it. I was there for all of his. People used to say we were like brothers, and we were. Closer than brothers, maybe. We knew each other in a way that didn't need explaining to and say, that's when it broke. It just quietly unraveled over years. It started small. A phone call I didn't return. A birthday I forgot. He'd invite me over, and I'd say I was too busy. And I was busy. I had work. I had a family. I had responsibilities. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I just thought there would always be time later. Robert understood. He never pushed, never made me feel guilty. He'd just say, "No problem, we'll catch up soon." And I'd agree. I'd tell him we'd get together next week, next month, after things calmed down. But things never calmed down. The gaps got longer. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. We'd see each other at weddings, funerals, the occasional holiday gathering. We'd talk for a few minutes, catch up on the surface stuff, jobs, kids, health. Then we'd go back to our separate lives. I told myself it was normal. People get older, they get busy, friendships change. That's just how life works. But the truth is, I let it happen. I chose it. Not in one big decision, but in 1,000 small ones. Every time I picked something else over him. Every time I said later and didn't follow through. There was one moment I think about a lot. Robert called me on a Tuesday afternoon. It must have been about 15 years ago now. I was at work, in the middle of something. I saw his name on the screen and I almost answered. But I was on a deadline. I had a meeting in 20 minutes, so I let it ring. I told myself I'd call him back that evening. I didn't. The next day came and I thought about it, but by then it felt awkward. Too much time had passed. What would I even say? So I let it go. Figured I'd see him eventually and we'd laugh about it. I never brought it up. Neither did he. Looking back now, I wonder what he wanted to talk about. Maybe nothing important. Maybe he was just lonely. Maybe he just wanted to hear a friendly voice. I'll never know. The years kept passing. I got busier. Promotions at work. Kids going through their own dramas. A mortgage to pay for. Retirement to plan for. Life just kept demanding my attention, and I kept giving it. Robert would still reach out sometimes. A text here and there, an email. He'd send me articles he thought I'd like, photos from the old neighborhood, reminders of the people we used to be. I'd read them, I'd smile, I'd think I should write back, but I wouldn't, not right away, and then I'd forget. Or I'd feel like too much time had passed again. The distance just kept growing. I think he eventually stopped trying as much. Can't blame him. What's the point of reaching out to someone who never reaches back? We saw each other at our 50th high school reunion. That was about 6 years ago. We talked for maybe 20 minutes. It was good, easy, like old times. We laughed about teachers we hated, games we lost, stupid things we did as kids. Before we left, he hugged me, held on a little longer than usual. He said, "Don't be a stranger." I said, "I won't. Let's get lunch soon." He said, "I'd like that." We never did. I meant to. I really did. But the weeks slipped by. Then the months. I kept thinking I'd call him next weekend, next month, after the holidays. There was always something in the way. Always a reason to wait. Then one morning, I got a call from his daughter. Robert had a heart attack. He was in the hospital. It didn't look good. I remember standing in my kitchen, phone pressed to my ear, feeling like the floor had dropped out from under me. She was crying, asking if I could come. I said yes, of course I'd come. I got in the car, drove to the hospital, sat in traffic. My hands were shaking. I kept thinking about what I'd say to him, how I'd apologize for all the lost years, how I'd promised to do better. I was going to tell him he mattered, that he'd always mattered, that I was sorry I forgot to show it. I got there too late. He died 20 minutes before I walked through the door. I stood in that hallway outside his room, and I felt something break inside me that I don't think ever healed. His daughter came out. She hugged me. She said he'd asked about me near the end, said he hoped I was doing well. That was it. No anger, no resentment, just hope that I was okay. I went to the funeral, sat in the back, listened to people talk about what a good man he was, how kind, how loyal, how he always showed up for the people he loved. And I thought about all the times he showed up for me, and all the times I didn't show up for him. After the service, I couldn't bring myself to go to the reception. I got in my car and I just drove. Ended up at the park where we used to play as kids. Sat on a bench, stared at nothing. I cried for the first time in probably 30 years. Not because he was gone, I mean, that was part of it, but mostly I cried because I'd wasted it. I'd had 50 years of friendship with someone who actually knew me, someone who cared, and I'd thrown it away for what? Work? Convenience? The illusion of being too busy? None of it mattered. None of the things I chose instead of him actually mattered. The worst part is that he forgave me without me ever asking. He never held it against me, just kept the door open, kept hoping I'd walk back through it. And I never did. I think about him almost every day now. I'll see something that reminds me of a story we shared, a song from when we were young, a place we used to go, and I feel it all over again. The loss, the waste, the stupid, irreversible mistake of thinking I had forever. You don't have forever. I know that sounds obvious. Everyone knows that. But knowing it and feeling it are different things. When you're young, when you're busy, when you're caught up in your own life, it's easy to forget.
It's easy to think the people you love will always be there, that you can get to them later, that there's always more time. There isn't. I'm 81 now. I don't have many friends left. Most of them are gone. The ones who are still here, we don't talk much. We're all in our own corners, waiting. I think about what I'd give to have one more conversation with Robert. Just one. I'd give anything. Every promotion I ever got, every award, every dollar in my bank account. None of it means a damn thing compared to what I lost. And I can't get it back. That's what I want you to understand. If there's someone in your life who matters, someone who's been there, someone who keeps reaching out even when you don't reach back, don't do what I did. Don't wait. Don't tell yourself you'll call them next week. Don't assume they'll always be around. Don't let the noise of your life drown out the people who actually matter. Because one day you'll get a call, or you'll hear the news some other way, and you'll realize you're out of time, that all those moments you thought you'd have later are gone, and you'll be left with nothing but regret and the memory of someone who deserved better from you. I live with that every day. Robert deserved better. He deserved a friend who showed up, who made time, who didn't take 50 years of loyalty for granted. I can't fix it now. I can't go back. I can't tell him I'm sorry, or that he mattered, or that I should have been better. All I can do is tell you, don't make my mistake. Don't ignore the people who love you. Don't assume there's always tomorrow. There isn't.